No signal. Oh, I don't have my webcam on. I don't want my webcam on right now. Okay, so stream is live. I can share my screen immediate for you too if you want.
Sorry.
I'm just saying I'm going to stream live local too for you.
Ooh, yes. So
you don't have to join my Twitch.
Yeah, well, the delay makes it very jarring.
Yep. Plus, you can't hear me at the time of what I say unless it's delayed and all that shit. Yeah.
Right.
So, anyways,
I'll make a barrel.
Do a barrel roll. Just keep the geometry low for starters.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know there's 2 tools and 2 routes that we can take for it.
BT Dubs. Vanna says hi.
Hi. Did you tell her I played a little Apex Legends?
No.
I heard the yell. What?
No, I did not.
That's funny. So apparently she can hear me.
She's like, without us?
I played like 1 game and I killed somebody with a shuriken, and then I ran out of ammo and never killed anyone else.
Hey, that's 1 more kill than on average that I usually get.
But yeah, I mean, I downloaded it, I got it ready. I figured since you mentioned it, I'm down to play various games. I'm gonna give you shit about it, and I'll probably give myself shit about it, but I'll still play it. You know?
Yeah, no. Well, my thing is I would rather play games that we all find enjoyable.
Right.
And you know, it doesn't matter to me like what people's preferences are, you know?
Right.
I'm totally like, you know, I'm down for RTS games, FPS games, MOBA games. Speaking of MOBA, actually, they have a Pokemon MOBA.
I heard. Yeah, I don't know though if I'd like that or not. Maybe.
So I've actually played it. They have it on the Switch and the phone, and it's pretty damn interesting. Though I'm not a big fan of rando queuing. I mean, that's the same problem that any MOBA has, really.
Yep. All right, so we have a couple ways we can do this. I'm going to have to sit down and look at this. I know objects are typically from the database. That's actually going to be a potential issue. I may need to... I'm planning to remake my entire server, and I may need to do that before we really get into this. But we can still play around. It's the Kedge dude. So one problem is the EQG weapon model importer is only EQG. I don't think it does S3D. Let's double check OpenZone real quick. What does it have for mod object importer stuff? File. I can import Animator, and I can export S3D and S3D import for mesh. Object can be exported into mesh library. See, they actually have a barrel reference in here. Interesting.
Leave it to me to completely forget where the tool was.
What the heck? Restream is being dumb. I have to log in again. I'm not going to do that right now. No worries. Okay, so and I just crashed OpenZone. It's a super stable program.
Incredibly.
I mean, it's not end of the world if we're going to use the EQG zone model weapon importer thingy. It's just going to be a little tacky because I'm used to using S3Ds, and then this now is EQG only. So a lot of these models are going to be higher quality than what we're used to. That's the end of the world, though, because we can still import from PLOI or OBJ. I think I wrote this documentation somewhere, because I've done this before. We actually had talked about this. It's kind of the same process of weapon models. It would be under tools, weapon, importer. And towards the last, I wrote, here's the Maya settings. Model export Maya. Man, I think Gitbook killed it when we converted. This is not what I want. Well, let's do some like quick example here real quick. Quickly.
Quick.
Let's first look at how object instances are referenced in OpenZone. I think I have that open somewhere. Are you just playing around in Maya for a little bit here?
I'm kind of refamiliarizing myself with it, but I've actually almost finished the
new barrel,
the POS barrel that I wanted to give you.
Cool. While you work on that, I need to look at the source of OpenZone, go to the BSP file, and see if there is an object instance system. That's not a good sign. Okay, so key 3 BSP is referenced by some another document. It would be here. And there's a lot of references to object.
I mean, all I really have is some very basic coloring. I don't really have much to go with textures or much in the way of texturing. So let's see if I can just give you this.
I just realized something. You know why this animap may not be working? I gotta try this real quick. It's gonna be hilarious if this is the reason. Wait, where did lava go? You have lava 1. Give me one sec here. So this is the Urban Terra lava shader. I put animap with an lowercase m. And I'm going to go over to... This is technically unrelated, but this is something that was bothering me earlier, so I want to check real quick. There is an open zone library textures. No, it's purely from this bake. Okay, cool. So we're going to go open CLZ real quick, right? This zone that has this lava cube. And I've never gotten the lava cube to actually render. We're going to go ahead and we got to bake it with light. So final. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and run, I think BSP. Then we're going to open up OpenZone again. Since it crashed. This can just be quitted out of. And inside of OpenZone, I'm going to go ahead and just import, yes, the Quake map I just made by going to Library, Textures, Quake 3 Maps, CLZ. Open this file up. You can see the cube, and it is not animated. But there's a chance when I export this, I can now convert it, which I think is called what did I call this? S3D, yeah. That copies the file over, and now if we start up EQ, there's a chance that lava will animate now. Let's try real quick. It could just be case sensitive and stupid, like that. So we'll let that load up. And while that loads, maybe it's going to be easier to edit a weapon file. But I mean, I can equip the barrel as a weapon. When I get in game, I'm going to try to WC a weapon model, and then we can see if we can replace it with your barrel or whatever. Unfortunately, I don't see the lava until I'm in game, but that's quite quick and easy. That animated is not. That is just lava that's static on every side. Boo. Wonder why. Also notice that lava is now 5 instances. Now it's 1. I'm pretty sure this is applied correctly as a surface. Huh. I'm still learning how to get this lava to animate. And I also need to change its surface and stuff later. But things for later. Okay, so going back to the zone importer tool. If we go find an IT file, what's a good random one? Let's do 1000. or whatever this is, 100,000. It makes this weapon, right? It doesn't load textures properly when you view it with the EQG thing. But if I go in game and I type in WC7 and then the number, which is 100,000, you must have a target. Oh, I don't get it. Oh, I don't get a texture, or the weapon doesn't work because this file doesn't exist in this patch yet. Somebody did something to me. Oh, I'm getting more spammer followers. Whatever. This has been happening lately where dudes will just follow me and they're like obvious bots.
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot.
And they're not even increasing my follower count, I don't think. Let's double check. Yeah, I have 203 followers and they just added 3. I got like 10 followers the other day. What I should be doing is blocking those people, like name patterns, but whatever. I think there's a tool or a bot that helps with that too. Okay, so coming back to this, what we're going to need to do is go to like ROF clean. Or actually, let's do C drive games Lazarus, right? Lazarus. Now let's go find IT1000. Perfect. Copy this over to my ROF client. I doubt it's going to work until I relog, though. That's easy enough to do real fast. So we'll start up EQ again. I might take out my D-input DLL because it causes this step to take forever right now, this load time. Like, this is forever and a half. And I like fast when I'm, restarting a lot.
Yeah. Makes sense.
We will have to play some StarCraft later, by the way, if you get time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Whoa. What just happened? Did I hit escape like at the perfect moment? Because I went to escape this and I tabbed. Why is this window open, by the way? Jesus. Okay. Let's try it again. I don't think that was a bug with adding in the file. I think I pressed escape at the perfect moment before the texture even loaded. That was interesting. But, okay. Are you... There we go. Load in. Okay. Let's go ahead and enter. We're in game now. I got to change that splash screen too. Now, we're going to go target self, WC7, 100,000. Nothing. Is it IT? Yeah, I'm not seeing graphics. Huh. Well, let's find an item. Let's just do like a rusty short sword. Summon item 5013. I have something bugged where even like a rusty short sword doesn't have a graphic, which is kind of hilarious. I'll have to fix this crap later. And we might be in issues because of my custom client combined with just all the other crap I got edited right now. I'm not quite ready for your barrel, unfortunately.
No worries, I am not ready to give it away yet.
Yeah, because there's probably something... Because a rusty short sword has an item graphic. Can I get Heidi to work on here? I can do it with my laptop. Just reconnecting with my laptop to the database. A little later, I'm going to be flushing and creating a new empty clean database server so that we have a custom ready private server that we can mess with as we edit and create insanity. Connection lost. Yeah, reconnect, dude. Why are you taking forever to reconnect? It's not rocket science. All right, so items database has Rusty Short Sword should be pretty low on the number list, right? Okay, so it's 10653. Where the hell is 10653 though? How do I find that the easiest? S3D Explorer could probably do it the quickest. And even when I find it though, I have to do an export and import, and the way that this tool works, that's not very easy. And then OpenZone,
Oh?
hello?
Hello.
Who the heck is that? I hear background yelling. Huh. Man, this is not intuitive at all.
Would that application be able to use TGA files for the texture maps? Or should I just go for something like PNG just to fuck with?
I wouldn't worry about the image format just yet. We got bigger headaches right now.
Gotcha.
The big issue I have right now is I'm not fully sure. I need to do like a batch export of every file and figure out where. Well, here's some IT furniture models. However, for these to load, I bet you that Lazarus has a reference somewhere. Let's look real quick. Like this furniture object, probably in the global load. So let's see. Yes, I trust the author. Search the directory for 22785. And let's see what references 22785. I'm guessing globalo.txt might, or some zone file is loading furniture 01. Because IT 22785 is being referred to 22785. That is the DB string that's not in there. Those aren't it. This isn't it. There it is. Actor tag info, and then furniture on-demand resources. Okay. So, question. For like 10653, it is not an on-demand resource. Arguably, I could take a weapon model that I've, found. Like, I don't know, the serpent spine adds 11065, right? What we can likely do is take my on-demand resources for my little project. Go to resources, go to on-demand. Whoa, I still have all these references in here? I thought I took all this crap out because I don't even use it. Interesting. Anyways, we're going to take out all the entries except for this one serpent spine equipment reference. I'm not going to use FPX, by the way. That's useless to me. I'll let you know the export and stuff here in a sec.
Oh, no worries.
That's assuming I even get to that step. I'm still...
Yeah, no.
Wrapping my head around TSS equip, EQG, put that into ROF. Now let's exit. It's on demand though, so technically I can go WC 7 11065. And I see something in my hand. Actually, these are all working. Interesting. Why are these loading? Is this from Serpent Spine? Now I got a pile of books in my hand. So let's go look at this EQG real quick in my weapon model importer. We're going to go to TSS equip, and let's go look at some of these IDs like 11073. And the viewer, this should be a book. There we go. Interesting that like on demand doesn't even require those references. But as you can see, like 11041. Now I have a sword.
I was gonna.
Okay. So now what we want to do is I can import as an OBJ. And the settings you're going to need to do, we're going to probably make the barrel just equipable for now. You can put it on the ground too, but it's the same object system, basically. Let me go find my documentation.
Oh, and I forgot to change the pivot point, so it might be grabbing the center of the barrel.
This is telling you all the different settings you're going to have to set in Maya.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to redo that then.
Unfortunately, they took away my documentation, which really pisses me off. Maybe Wayback Machine will give me the link. Or archive.org. I think they're the same thing. All right, so copy link address. Do you have this? Any instances? Looks like in 2018 there was a snapshot. Perfect. Gotta love Wayback Machine. So this is the steps you're going to be following, by the way. So while I have that and you're working on your thing, okay, so module object add 11041 type number. It doesn't tell you the type num. Oh, so object add 11041 0 model size percent 100. And I got no model. Maybe the IT prefix is required. Nope.
Windows.
Okay. Spawning object with tentative ID 228 at location 948 heading this. Use object save to save the database when satisfied replacement. But I'm not seeing the object. Let's try 892 real quick. Nothing. Of course, this says to add objects do the database, but you should be able to do it in game. Hmm.
All right, so I believe that should be correct.
Let's give it a whirl.
The texture file that I gave you, though, should work, the PNG, if you wanted to throw color to it. Very, very, very basic.
Okay, so we're going to go to C drive, or actually D drive games EQ tools. Man, I'm getting messy. Let's go to Demancia, and then we're gonna make a. Is this a box
Barrel.
or barrel? Okay, then we're gonna go to your barrel object, and we're going to move it. Sometimes.
Oh, derp.
Windows.
I think. I may have messed up the orientation settings, but we can still fuck with it and try it.
I'm not even fully sure if that's all right. Games, EQ. I just did this. Tools, DungeonEQ, barrel, paste. Okay. Now we're going to take this directory, go to open zone. We're going to take, I don't care. Let's do 10990 and let's import.
And if that doesn't work, I've got a new file saved with the same orientation as the master sword that I gave you.
Okay, 1 second. 10990. It needs an MTL file, it's saying. You don't have a material exported. It should be 3 files, I think, to reference the texture.
So let me go back.
And there's Gun P back to do his stupid shit.
Oh, it will be the diffuse. He said it needed to be a MTL file.
When you export, an MTL should also be included during your with your OBJ. Is it not popping it out on export?
Oh, yes. Oh, my dumbass.
You didn't give me all the files, is what I'm trying to say.
My bad. There we go. That should be all of it then.
Yep, let's see. Okay. Let's go back to my tool. And hopefully you didn't crash. All right, file import from OBJ, your file, 10990, done. There. And it crashes. I really hate some of these third-party tools. It's like, how many times do I have to reopen the thing just to do basic
one operation?
Exactly. It's kind of why I want to get my tooling working.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't have a GUI, though, so why can't double-click just fucking double-click in Windows sometimes? Like, I don't ever want to rename when I double-click in Windows. It's different on, you know, shit, I don't know what file I was in. It doesn't really matter, I guess.
I thought it was like 10990 or something like that.
Let me see if this one works. 12043. It won't because I don't have. I need TSS equip. There. And TSS equip has a 12043. No. All right, we'll do 10900. It's a cool looking original dagger.
It's a pretty cool one.
Turn it into 10900. What? Okay. it's just crashing the moment I import. I don't even know if it put it in or not. We'll find out. Come on. I have to right click, and then when I right click, it doesn't always open. Oh, there we go. Okay, TSS equip 100900. There's your barrel. The textures aren't loading on here, but I wouldn't say that's end of the world. So we're going to take Lazarus TSS equip. We're going to put it into my, man, I got so many fucking open there. We're going to replace this. We're going to exit. We're going to start up again. And we're going to look for 10900 and see how far along we got with the model import. And this shouldn't impact anything because I have my ROF. Holy shit, do I have a lot of windows open? Well, and I keep closing them, but then I'm like closing the ones I need. So then I have to reopen it. Okay.
It's like, might as well leave them open.
Yeah. I blame Windows. It's always Windows' fault. All right, so we're in the game. Okay, WC7 10900. Select self, target, window, and we don't got anything. Is that the right numbering?
Yeah, 10900.
And the reason the textures didn't work is how you're referencing your textures seems to be wrong. Because I don't actually see.
Saying I thought that I cleared like all the history on it. That way it wouldn't be really a factor.
It's fine. We're just testing anyways.
Ooh, what I could do, as a matter of fact,
because this isn't your issue. This is my tooling issue. I'm pretty sure.
Well, what I could do is I could just send you a new mod or a new model that only has the like a brand new Lambert attached to it, and then you can just hopefully it can kind of connect the PNG for the texture.
My issue right now is I don't think anything's loading from that TSS equip right now. While it was loading earlier, interesting. Let me copy that really quick. I probably won't mess with this too much more. I'll do it offline. Also, my room is getting really hot and it's getting aggravating. I don't know why my room's getting hot.
Oof. Ever since we moved our computer room into the spare bedroom, it's overheating like mad. So I guess that probably has to do with us upgrading our video cards to some of the hottest running video cards in the entire world.
Yeah.
Might have something to do with it.
That might impact it a little bit. All right, so I'm going to take the old TSS equip real quick, put it into the ROF client, and just see, can I hot load this? Yeah, it's not working at all. And this, still shows the barrel, because I'm pretty sure this is set to, man, that's an annoying feature of this program. It doesn't actually tell you the directory that it used to be in, so you're like having to guess.
Oh, yeah.
So let's repoint to Lazarus, hit this, go to 10090. Now it's default. So now it's the OG. This actually prefers DDS, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let me.
I wouldn't worry though. We're on a much deeper issue than that right now.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, you can always test it out later.
Yep.
So let me do transfer maps, diffuse. So
Yeah. I'm getting inconsistent and odd issues. 11065 is showing up. You know what? Let's do this. We're going to take your new one. You're going to have to give me the new material, by the way, because MTL is going to get changed for the OBJ.
So the material that I sent you, I think, is actually from the new OBJ.
You just sent me a DDS, right?
Yeah, the DDS was for the diffuse color map.
No, the DDS is a raw image that's supposed to tell, like, you know, like you can see here, it should be an image. Like these DDSs, that is literally the textures that are being referred to. Like here's the normal, it's a DDS called dirt PN. Here's the diffuse, it's called the DDS.
Oh.
So all imaging is done in DDS format. But again, I wouldn't worry about it. For now, we're going to import your OBJ file. I'm assuming this is still your latest. Of course, now you have 3 renames, so I'm gotta remove the olds. Okay, let's go back to Devantia, barrel, paste. Okay, I got way too many damn windows open and it's getting frustrating. So I'm closing everything because every time I open, I have to like scrub through 20. So D drive, games, EQ, tools, Demantia, barrel. Oops, that's not barrel. Okay, paste in this, replace old, take out the old barrel, put in the new one. And I can already tell you that the referencing is likely bad because even the previewer is lost with your... Yeah, so you have... Sample barrel object is referencing Lambert 56, right? And then sample... The texture's not even referenced on your OBJ export, it looks like.
Huh.
So however you're exporting right now doesn't seem to be proper settings. Like for reference, if I open up Blender, I'm not great at this, but if I click on my cube and I go to texture, I make a new material, principled BSP, and then we reference a image. What is that type? I forget what it's called. Why am I remembering? There, image texture. Then we open up, just for shits and giggles, I'll even open up yours. Davantia, barrel, open up your diffuse file. Put this into render mode. You can see it's horrible, but I'm just testing. Then let's go ahead and export OBJ. And we'll put it to D drive games EQ tools. Davantia, we're going to call this a new folder. We're going to call it barrel 2, even though it's a box. This time I'll just do barrel objects. Let's export. Let's go to mine. Let's peek at the OBJ file. And let's peek at the material. And it is not showing. Interesting.
So,
why does it so sound?
I'm wondering, is the material file like what it's recognizing? Like if I were to assign the faces, the color values? That's interesting that the updated model that I sent you is just a flat Lambert shading, whereas the previous one I sent you that had kind of the texture with it already.
Well, Lambert and all that is removed the moment you export as OBJ. And it's not even going to use that material anyways. The problem is more, I don't know why the image is not getting referenced in the code.
What I'm saying is I wonder if the material file is how it's reading its own texture or texture image, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Finar. It's going all right. We're messing around with object importing and having some headaches. Namely, like everything crashes, and that's just super annoying. Having to always re-import and reopen constantly. Okay, let's do, so 11065. Let's try that. I was trying to add in a custom zone earlier. I was getting it to patch. Right now it's actually running with that patch, but until I reinstall my entire server and get it primed, I can't edit the zone files because I'm using the cloud database system of PEQ. And so I don't have access to the zone database right now. I'll probably work on that tonight at some point. Okay, WC710940 or something. What was it? I gotta write that shit down because look, I have to open up the zone importer again because it just crashed on import. And I keep having to do it every time I hit import because while the program's amazing that it works, it's an absolute piece of shit. And then of course the code itself is a hybrid of C++ and Lua, and it's just a nightmare. We did get it to compile. Somebody else threw the source at me. But this is also why I'm trying to like merge a lot of shit into my own tooling, is that if something crashes, I can debug it. Okay. TSS equip 10940. Well, no, actually. The easiest way to find this is go to my on-demand resources. 11065. There's your barrel.
That's awesome.
So your geometry is in the game. I know it's a super dark zone. So here, I'll stand right by this lava. That is quite illuminated. And obviously the texture's not working, but...
Yeah, I need to figure that out. I need to run some tests.
110, let's see what it looks like in this tool. It's called Lambert 65G, and there are no properties to it, which that makes sense. The texture is literally not being referenced on export for some reason.
Yeah, that's odd.
When you do this, you see the diffuse, right? The property value. But when you show yours, there's no materials. I think I can export this only to PLOI though, which is a whole new data format I'll have to look more into.
So what I can try to do.
So I think in your export of the OBJ, there should be an option to include textures. Let me see if I can find it on Blender. So I have write materials. Yours should be on as well.
It's not even letting me select the included or the include options.
There's supposed to be a map KD entry in here. And there is no map at all. You know, you have the use material reference. You know what I'm going to do, because I keep pinning. Pin to quick access. There. So now we got tools. I'm going to remove this pin. Okay. So tools, we want box test. No. That would be me testing earlier. We want Demancia, barrel. I'm going to look at your material. You don't have a KD map either. Yeah, why is... There should be a map NS. There should be all these mappings in the MTL, but there are not. So we're not referencing the map properly for some reason. Obviously, I did mine super quick. But I made a material, referenced sample diffused color. I can see it in the image. Save. Export. OBJ, selection only. Let's export this again. And then if we go to the source, I don't get the file image reference. Weird. I don't know. I'll have to play with this later.
Yeah, I'm going to have to run some of my own tests too.
If you just open up your MTL file in a text editor though, you're trying to get something like this. You can see on the bottom of this picture that I'm sharing right now, there's a bunch of these map, KS, KN, you know, MD and all this stuff. If you look at your MTL file that you at least gave me, which is like sample barrel object.mtl, you don't have any of those mappings. And I don't know why and how to get that in.
So, tell you what. Would this be correct here? This MTL file?
I can look.
So it was, or at least a little bit more. No,
it's not referencing it still.
That's so odd. Because I was just searching how to like. That's actually the same page that I was just looking at.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to do that, but the naming conventions wasn't the same problem that DM was having. So I don't really know how to fix this.
Yeah. Blender or OBJ is like an absolutely horrible file format. It's super old and it's very limited on support, but everyone uses it because it's super easy, to actually work with.
So, and the craziest thing too is when I've exported it and I load it into the Windows default 3D viewer.
Yeah.
It automatically loads all the textures and materials.
Oh, so it's working for you when you do it locally?
Yeah, so here I can even show you my screen. And
well, you don't have to show me your screen, but see, is your directory same as mine right now? You can look at my screen where I have the PNG in the same directory, the OBJ and the MTL, and then you can see the texture on the right being previewed.
Yeah, so I've got all three of those files just kind of on my desktop, and yeah, that's...
And it's working for you.
Yeah, here, let me send you a snip.
Well, I mean, because
it looks really nice in the Windows viewer, but I don't know why it's not working on there.
Yeah. I don't know. It's more things to mull over and figure out.
Yeah, no kidding.
I have so many things that are stacking up from this project, but at the end of the day, my biggest priorities don't really involve necessarily 3D models and stuff yet. It would be cool though eventually for you to like do you like making weapons?
Yeah.
It would be fun for you to help like model and texture all the various weapons and stuff, and we can start going like fully custom on some of the models and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. They're all going to be really low poly, so you should be able to whip them out like no time flat.
Oh yeah, well I mean this barrel is like 150 faces or something like that. Yeah. Most of the weapons will only be like 5 to 7.
Roger. All right, well, forever tabs. I do have a question. When I spawn the sleeper, why does he pop up as a giant human? How do I change that? If the sleeper is a human, then either the Carafirm model is not properly in the zone, or it is a global load character model that it's not properly in the global load.txt file that's in your resources folder. I don't know which one it is. I think Shendari has a CLS character list. Shendari has a see if I can find it real quick for you. Of course, I can't find it. It's usually pretty easy to find once you've there, race inventory. Here we go. So what you can do with this is go to zone data, ROF, go to sleepers, right? And in sleepers tomb, you can see that BWD is in sleeper underscore car 2, and so is all these other races of dragon. So make sure you have these 3 or 4 files: sleeper, the zone file and then these various texts and whatnot. And that will help you potentially review and verify why the prismatic dragon is not. If I had to guess, PRICRR needs to be there because that's the prismatic dragon file. Then you need to make sure sleeper car.txt exists. Then you need to make sure sleeper character 2 exists and sleeper character exists. And then ultimately that should potentially make everything happy. This is an awesome quick reference tool. I need to actually get this kind of parsable in my system at one point. But the list of in-house characters is going to be changed once I start doing custom zones. Anyways. Cool. At this point, I should bookmark this, by the way. I really like this site. Let's go do some StarCraft. Are you down for that? You got time?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm going to stop streaming. Thanks for watching those who are. I got 4 viewers about after an hour stream. No good? Or all good. So tonight, after I play some video games, I'm probably going to start making my private server, start working on a hub zone, and, start getting that prelim stuff done. And then I can start working on custom